Hi, Redheaded Riding Hood here. Red for short. I'm reading you William Barclay's Daily Celebration, Volume 2. And this is about Call for Help, January 16th. Over that fire, I discovered too that when I ask for help, it comes with speed. When we ask for God's help, time and again, God answers and answers at once, as many can testify. One of the loveliest things in life and in human nature is the way that a mother hears a child's cry in the night. The mother may be asleep, but let the child cry, and immediately the mother is awake and on the way to see what the matter is. Before they call, says God, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Isaiah 65:24. I discovered another thing. Once all the bother was over and there was time to speak to the firemen, I was very apologetic about it. I was specifically apologetic about sending for the fire brigade when the worst had passed, but when there was nothing left but the smoldering remains to deal with. But the firemen were insistent that we had done the right thing. Yeah, the same thing happened when we had a fire in the woods behind our house. If you are in the slightest doubt, they said, never hesitate to send for us. That is what we are here for. Yeah, and I hesitated, and then and then I finally called them, and I was glad I called them. When in doubt, it is always safer to call for help. The God whose glory is in it is to help knows nothing but joy when we call. That's good. And it happened to me on Monday, because Monday I started feeling a little anxious about moving, because I'm like, it's been such a blessing to be here, even in this apartment. Even though it was expensive, I felt like this is where I needed to be for a time, and I will have been in this apartment 2.5 years. I moved in August 2022. And it's been really good to just heal. I even had a job for 9 months at the pool where I swim, but that was a learning experience, and that was nice for a time. But I realized that wasn't what I was supposed to be doing. I had put everything on hold, and I wasn't writing, I wasn't doing YouTube, so it's been a blessing to be here. But Monday I was being discouraged about selling the stuff on Facebook, and what to sell, what not to sell, and do I sell the little things, and but I prayed about it. I took a load of stuff, I'm trying to think, was it Monday or Tuesday, to Goodwill. I took a big load of stuff, decided to take my Christmas stuff off of Facebook Marketplace and just donate it to the Goodwill, and went through my clothes. I'm still going to be going through my clothes again. I've just started. And I prayed, because I was feeling so anxious. I was like, where am I gonna go when I move out of here? What am I gonna do? And it's very hard, since I had a bad experience with a roommate in St. Louis. I am unsure about getting a roommate, so I may look around, and I'm not sure exactly how long I'm going to stay here after I move out of this apartment. I'm not really sure. I could go to head to California in April. I think I'm gonna be tying up loose strings for like at least a month or whatever. When I left Georgia in 2020, I was for about 3 weeks going through the last of the little stuff and papers that I hadn't had time to go through, because I just had so much stuff. I had so much stuff when I left Georgia. And so it's like, this is really nothing. I had everything put in my car, everything I owned in my car when I came from St. Louis to here to Denver, and also when I left Georgia and went to St. Louis. But Georgia to St. Louis, that was a whole another story, because it was a whole ordeal, because it was so much stuff. And then I was left with papers and things going through, and I left stuff in a storage for my daughter in Georgia, and then she went to get that. I sent her the key and where it was, and she went to get those things that I left for her in Georgia. But that was a whole other thing. And thinking of that, though, it encourages me now. But anyways, God answered my prayer, because I was just like, I'm discouraged, I need help. And what happened was I got these messages on Tuesday, and I sold like 2 things. I sold a couple of things on Tuesday, and I got rid of that big load of stuff, and I just felt like God answered like that. I just felt that I was like, it's gonna be okay, because God helps me, and like I'm still very proud of myself, but it was God. It was definitely God, and I was away from God then too. So, you know, in 2020, it was definitely God that helped me and pushed me forward to get out of Georgia. And very proud of myself for being able to sell my house and downsize, and take the cash from selling my house, pay off all my debt, paid cash for an RV, and just very proud of myself for that accomplishment. And then, you know, left St. Louis in 2022. I had everything I owned in my RV when I was traveling around in my RV, because I was thinking of staying in California then, but I went back to the St. Louis area. Gladys, a lot of times I would watch her dog for her and house sit for her, because she would travel for work and she would travel for fun, and so that like worked out good for a time, and until she had got this roommate in there that she should not have had, and then we had a falling out over that roommate, because it was awful. And she said wrong, mean things to me, like I wasn't one to, you know, and I'm like, I would never have my other tenants, like, because I did Airbnb, and that was what she wanted to do. She was copying me, but she went to the city and asked, and she wasn't given permission. My motto was, you know, I was just like desperate. I couldn't find a job, so I didn't ask from the city. If I had asked for permission from the city of Warner Robins, I might not have gotten it. When I did Airbnb, I just did it. Better to ask forgiveness than permission. But anyway, so she was getting around, you know, not doing Airbnb by having us as like renters. But I only paid when I was staying there and not watching her house, so it kind of worked out good. And I paid $100 a week when I was there, and that was a good price. that worked out good for a while until this roommate from hell, which is why I am leery to rent a room like that again, because you don't know who else, I don't really know the people, and that's why too I might go ahead and just go. I don't really have anything holding me here, so I might go sooner. And even though that was starting to give me anxiety thinking about it on Monday, I'm just realizing it's in God's hands, and He will guide me as to when, because I've just gotten comfortable here, and I think that's why I was saying, oh, I might not leave till June, oh, I might not leave till August. But Monday, when I started having the anxiety, I started saying like, oh, I could just head to California when I get out of here. But then that just made me have this anxiousness, and I don't need to rush, but I probably could go to California sooner than June, but we will see. I'm so thankful to God for guiding me, and thank you, all of you, for watching. I will be monetized eventually. Someday. I still feel that will happen in the right timing, and I'm gonna let you go. Don't say that no one cares for you, because I do, and God does too. Don't forget to pray for Red, because Red is praying for you. Bye.